on the eighth day, God looked down on his planned paradise and said, I need a family. So God made a church. God saw a child whose parents chose drugs instead of them. So God created a family to set the lonely in. God looked down and saw the parent of a child with special needs who could just use an hour to breathe in some strength. So God created a circle of friends to walk through life's greatest challenges. God turned his head and saw the student who never quite fits in anywhere. So God created a church for all the misfits, outcasts, and rejects to belong. God looked down and saw the son without a dad to say, you can do this. You have what it takes. So God created a church to pick up where our fathers left off. God opened his eyes wider to see the young woman who gave up and gave herself away for someone, anyone, to love her, living under a mountain of shame. So God created an unstoppable force of grace called the church that accepts people where they are, but loves them to a place of healing. God heard the cries of the family living in fear of the next tornado siren. So God created a church to drop everything and run to the front lines of disaster. God's heart searched the earth only to find a child on the other side of the world without hope for any future and living under the constant fear of famine and disease. So God created a church to get their hands dirty working on the things that deserve a different outcome. When the waters begin to rise and the fires begin to spread, God creates a church to be the most powerful force of help on earth. God looked down and noticed the brave soul facing the monster of addiction that takes away life. So God created a family that never writes off a brother or sister. God saw the broken soul struggling to overcome the pain of their past. So God created a church to help people heal from life's hurts. So God created a church, a family who would stick together with the strong bonds of grace and forgiveness. And when God looked down upon the church he created, his voice rose to testify that all the powers of hell cannot stop what he has created. This is the church. This is the unstoppable church.